Good evening, I'm back. My name is Yana. I'm trying to make daily-ish videos in December. Yesterday I took a break and today I had a very rough day. And what is the best thing when you have a rough day? English paper piecing. I'm really enjoying a box that I bought recently. It's a box for tea bags. No spoilers. I have been organizing things into this box. I have some triangle units, I have some triangle papers, some diamond units, some threads, some squares that have fabric on them, and I also keep a pair of scissors in here and maybe some papers, but it's really cool. I'm going to do something different today. I think that the most calming thing that you can do after a bad day is do something where you create order out of chaos. And now when I think about it, I'm going to create a little bit less chaotic chaos than what I have. And what I have is this box. I like boxes. It has all kinds of scraps from my baby quilt that I did several months ago. And I kept them because I really like the fabric. But I couldn't go through them and organize them because a lot of the pieces in there are not very usable. But some of them are big, like I have a whole stack of 2.5-inch strips. They're short strips, but that's what I had. So these are not going to be touched today, but what I want to do is take some of my small units and try and fit them onto those scraps that I have. Like this is perfect for a 1-inch square, but it's not going to fit this triangle, but it could fit a diamond. So I'm just going to go through things. By the way, I've discovered that miraculously this little scrap I can fit barely, but if I'm really careful I can fit, let's do the other side, I can fit quite a big triangle onto this tiny scrap of fabric, and this way I'm going to be able to make a little colorful, fun pincushion. I wanted to make another pincushion because I have a different feeling that I wanted to test out. By the way, I'm actually using the pincushion that I made previously. Initially I put it in a box like with samples, but I thought, what the hell, I'd better use my things instead of just hoarding them. And clearing out this box is going to make me very, very happy because I don't like clutter, and this box was just sitting on a shelf and I didn't have the heart to just throw it away because that's not what we do, but it didn't look very usable. So let's get to cutting. A difficult decision that I had to make is how many do I make of each kind, and I think that I want to make 16 big triangles because I want to make another pincushion, and that's how many I will need. And all the rest I'm going to divide between small squares and diamonds. I also have room for a future project of using very tiny triangles, smaller than these ones. They are half of this diamond. So for a future project I might cut some of those out. I actually could. Yeah, maybe I should do this while I'm at it. And traditionally I misplaced my scissors again because I thought I'm being lazy. I should move back to my sewing room in the other space. And I took my scissors there. And now I'm back here with no scissors. I should just get another pair of scissors and have them everywhere. You don't have to see what I'm doing. I'm just putting some shapes on some fabric and cutting it out. I want to tell you about my Ruff day because I have to tell someone. And I had such a workout. Right now we have 3 dogs. One is my little Chihuahua. You can hear him probably snoring in the background. Then we have a little puppy. He's 5 months old. And we took him in maybe a month and a half ago, several weeks. He's a good boy. He's very young and very stupid, but that's how we like it. And then about a month ago, on the 13th of November, a dog walked in to our property. She was obviously lost, and she is a hunting dog, a hound. I think that sandhound is the correct kind of hound that she is. She's very beautiful, she's very sweet, and we took her in because that's what you do. You don't have a lot of options. So it took some time while she started trusting us, and we let her spend the night in a shed, and then we could lure her into a house. And now it's time to take her to a vet, just to do some tests, check up to see how old she is, all that stuff. So today was the day. We packed her into a car. We drove her to a next town because it's very important. If you find a good vet, keep a good vet. And so the context is that she's not very well trained, and we didn't have her for a long time, so we don't know what her habits are. And as we were trying to get her out of the car, we arrived an hour early. That's somehow important. We arrived an hour early, and we decided we're going to take her for a walk. And we were trying to put her in a leash, but she freaked out and ran off. I've decided to do a thing that is questionable, and I know that it's questionable. I've decided to follow her because what are the options is just to trust that she's going to find her way back to a car, and she hasn't never been here before, not to our knowledge. So I started following her, but the problem is that my little dog, because he is my little companion, we took him out for a ride, and he was walking unattended off the leash with my mother. And as I was following the big dog, I called her and said, do you think that I should come back and put the little dog on the leash, because he doesn't trust people and I'm the only person he trusts to pick him up, and not even my mother, she cannot approach him, he will not come to her. And she said, I'm standing here, he is right here, I think we're fine, follow the big dog. So I went following the big dog, she went for a good run, and she didn't allow me to catch her, but eventually she made a big circle and we ended up back by the vet clinic. I was a little bit tired by then, and the problem is that by that point my little dog decided to find me, and so he ran off and he was quickly disappearing into the distance. When I made that circle and started, my mom managed to catch the big dog. I think that the big dog was just afraid of the particular leash that I had, a big, long, scary leash. I don't know what was in her head, but she allowed my mom to catch her, and now one dog was on the run and another one was safe. And I started running for my little dog. And by the time that when I was there, he ran onto a street. It's not even a street, it's like a road. And he was just going straight ahead because he thought that I was there, but I was behind him and I was screaming. And there was a bunch of women trying to catch him because people just were stopping their cars and trying to catch the little dog. And as I mentioned, he doesn't trust anybody but me. And I took him when he was already 4 years old. So he had a rough childhood and he doesn't trust people. I cannot blame him. But as those people were chasing him, he was running away from those people, and I was screaming. I was calling his name, and it was horrible. But eventually, there was like a roundabout, and he was running by the side of the road, and he was following the roundabout, and I managed to run straight through the middle, and that's how I approached him. And he noticed me and he ran towards me, and it was horrible. I had like a 40-minute run this today, and I didn't enjoy any of it. And I'm still a little bit from that, and it's 8:30 in the evening. And everything happened like around noon. So the vet visit went great. Nothing to worry about. The dog is around 5 years old, and her blood's good, and all the dogs feel great. We had to order some Japanese food because you need to get rid of the stress somehow. So now everything is good. The dog is sleeping on the couch, and I'm trying to distress by making some English baby piecing units. So how did your day go? When we went back, I had to take a nap. I don't do naps. I usually find it very hard to fall asleep during the day, but today I was just so exhausted. As you can probably guess, I don't run ever. It's just not something that I'm interested in doing. This fabric is gorgeous. And I still have a lot of it. I think that I'm going to make like a full-size quilt, maybe, if I can manage. Could be cool. Or maybe just a line of some smaller things. I've started looking into markets, like handmade markets. Maybe next year I could participate in something. Maybe sell some stuff. We'll see. But I should spend some time making my sewing patterns that I keep talking about. And I still haven't started. I have a good excuse why I didn't do it today. But tomorrow I probably should do something. Should find an hour. How about that? I should find 1 hour and do some writing. Somehow, instead of having a lot of fun with scraps, I've decided that now I'm making a full set of units for a pincushion that I didn't even plan to make. You don't resist the flow, I guess. I wanted to talk about when sometimes I don't leave myself a lot of room. Like this was an offcut that I was too greedy to repurpose. And I'm going to go with it. But in order to make sure that everything works out, we need to secure the edges as best we can. Like this is technically enough, but it's not very comfortable, and when I'm basting them, they can kind of run away like a dog. And that's why we don't spare any clips. And after that, I'm going to make more stitches than I normally would, just to make sure that everything stays neatly in place. Do I recommend doing something like this? No. But am I going to continue doing things like this? Probably. Here we have 16 small triangles, 4 big triangles, some trash, and a full box of scraps that I didn't even make a dent in. I'm not sure what I was thinking. I was somehow in my head, I was just going to finish this box and have an empty box, but I ended up making a set of units for a project that I didn't mean to start today, and this is definitely going to take some time because it's quite a big box. But now I have this set of units and I want to keep them in one place, and I don't have an intention to finish this anytime soon. It will get finished really soon because I did most of the work now. But what do? Do I get another box?